Okay, this is B-Man First, back at it with a Raw review. And every time I make a video, I always say it's not going to be long. I promise you this will not be long. I will force myself to stop this video if it goes longer than 10 minutes. But I just want to say, December 1st Raw, Triple H promised us this was going to be like the best Raw ever. And of course, it was a 1 out of 10. We didn't get to figure out who that mystery man was. And I already knew that. I knew from the jump Triple H was going to wear that out. That mystery man probably is going to appear again at Saturday night's main event. And update, CM Punk is supposed to be hurt, which he walked out fine. CM Punk is just old and they don't want to use him on Raw. Brock Lesnar, we're not going to see him. People thinking we're going to see this mystery man on SmackDown. No, we won't. We won't see this mystery man for like another 2 to 4 weeks. Because that's how the booking goes. But not going to go segment by segment because you don't have to do that with this trash Raw. So basically, we got main event Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Surprisingly, this was a mid match. It wasn't trash, but there's no consistent booking as far as like power scaling. You know, Jey Uso beat Gunther, but his moves aren't enough to beat LA Knight. But I mean, you know, LA Knight never held a main event title. You see what I'm saying? He had the U.S. title. You know, he had a okay run with that. But I'm actually glad LA Knight beat Jey Uso. You know, now take this further and let LA Knight go on to... You know, I wish LA Knight was the mystery person. I wish. But I want to see LA Knight. You know, it's going to be hard because LA Knight is a babyface. So you can't really make him fight CM Punk unless he turns heel. But I think they're going to go with the heel turn with Jey Uso. Next, you know, you have Dominic coming out. And every time I see the Judgment Day, I want to turn the channel. But I only did not turn because Liv Morgan is back. So basically, Liv Morgan come back and say Judgment Day taking over next. That was it. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus New Day. Surprisingly, this match was I'm going to give it, on Raw standards, this was a 9 out of 10. I'm going to say probably 10 out of 10. Raw standards. You know, these guys in the ring could wrestle. They proved it. You know, this is what I expect from Raw to Raw, to actually have banger matches. And surprisingly, New Day actually have good matches. AJ Styles is showing off because he about to leave. This match was a 10 out of 10. Next, you had Bron Breakker actually cut a good promo. Next, like, we don't have to go over that. It's the basic, I'm going to get you, I hate you type of stuff. I mean, you can go watch the promo for yourself. It was okay. Gunther versus Solo was actually a decent match. I mean, it was good. Heel versus heel. And for some reason, it seemed like Gunther is turning babyface. I don't know why. But Gunther beat Solo. I actually wanted Solo to win. Just because, I mean, Solo beat John Cena. You know, Solo is supposed to be a final boss type character. But wasn't enough to beat Gunther. Next, you had Rhea Ripley. I'm about to say Rhea Sky. That would be a maybe nice name. But you had Rhea Ripley versus IYO SKY. Let me back that up. Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. This was a botch fest, but it was okay match. It was an okay match, but it ends with the brawl. You had Bailey and Lyra come out, and you had Judgment Day come out. You had the Kabuki Warriors come out. They did a little brawl, and basically the last one standing was Judgment Day. Roxanne Perez and dude, I this is just crazy, bro. Like, the women's tag team champion, they only have one belt, which you would think this would be a good thing, and you would have SmackDown, Raw, and like all of these tag teams fighting every week defending this title, but they don't. So you would think on SmackDown the Kabuki Warriors would be defending their title against, B-Fab and Mishin or something. Like, you would think they would be constantly, fighting at least every other week defending their titles. But no, they just hold the titles for a month and defend it one time on a pay-per-view or something. But if they do like a 6-man tag or something, I mean, we would watch it, or do a tournament, like something. But I'm excited and I'm not excited because these are the same tag teams we've been seeing for like 2 years. Like, I think Liv Morgan is going to go after the women's title. Of course, Judgment Day are probably going to beat the Kabuki Warriors when in reality, they can't. But Dominic's probably going to retain his championships, and they're going to make Judgment Day the biggest faction. Probably Judgment Day just don't have anyone in their ranks to, go against the Vision or whatever. They're going to stay mid-card. I'm fine with that. But please stop making Judgment Day like the main attraction of Raw. We don't watch Raw for the Judgment Day. We're forced to watch Judgment Day on Raw. Triple H is horrible. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Triple H wants WWE to fail. It's that simple. I can't wait until Paul Heyman takes over creative, because Triple H is going to get fired. Go ahead, look up, Raw stats, and Triple H is getting fired. He's going to have to get fired because this is trash. AEW just cannot seem to pull the rug from under WWE. But if Triple H continues to be over creative, eventually AEW is going to figure out how to get over. And I think what's going to happen is going to take some WWE megastars to leave WWE and go over there. Like, if Brock Lesnar left and went to AEW instantly is going to go over WWE. It's just going to take like two people. If the Usos, like if Naomi, Bailey, and Jimmy Uso left, I mean, that would actually make enough of a shock. All they need is about, 3 or 4 wrestlers to actually make that change within the same year, and it's over for WWE. But y'all put in the comment section, why do y'all think, Raw sucked? Peace.